By the way, the media that is an appendage of the Democrat Party, which in turn is an appendage of the big federal government, they loved Obama's speech today. Oh, my gosh, they never heard a speech like that. Unless, of course, we consider his joint session of Congress speech when he came back from Martha's Vineyard. They never heard a speech like that one either. And then before that, the State of the Union, the greatest speech ever. Every speech the man gives is historic. And here's Ron Fournier. I believe he used to work for the Associated Press. I could be wrong. His first paragraph or so says it all. President Obama's Fair Shot address. Oh, now they've given it a name. Fair Shot. His Fair Shot address may be remembered as one of his best, a searing and historically poignant account of the greatest challenge of the American experiment. How do we give every citizen, rich or poor, a path to the good life? See, this idiot Ron Fournier doesn't even understand our country. How do we give every citizen, rich or poor, a path to the good life? You don't give anybody a path to the good life. You make sure that anybody who wants to take the path can take the path. You don't give them anything. The path would be the equivalent of our unalienable rights under the Declaration of Independence. Here we have stupid people reporting about stupid speeches. That would be Ron Fournier, if that is his name. I wonder if he's related to Colbert, or is that Colbert? All right, back to the breaking news. The Daily Telegraph, Britain. Toilet paper restrictions imposed on school children in Spain in latest austerity cuts. So here you have a society that has crumbled. Having spent themselves into pre-enlightenment, pre-civil society, they now can't afford toilet paper. Is that what Obama means by fairness? See, ladies and gentlemen, government gets so big at some point, the productive sector, we call it the private sector, shrinks to the point where it cannot survive. It's devoured by the government. So when the society, I've talked about this in Liberty and Tyranny, but I want to emphasize it. When the society is devoured by the government, you can't afford toilet paper. It's all around us, one country after another. I don't know, President Obama, is the UK fair? Spain fair? What's fair? Nobody have toilet paper? That's fair and equal, I might add. School children in Catalonia are the latest victims of austerity cuts, with authorities instructing them to limit their use of lavatory paper in a bid to save money. The northeastern region has been ordered to rein in its deficit and has embarked on a series of stringent austerity cuts. The latest edict issued by the region's Ministry of Education instructs state schools to cut excessive consumption, quote-unquote, of toilet roll among pupils and limit the quota to a maximum of 25 meters per child per month. Now let's take out a measuring stick, shall we? The most recent penny-saving measure comes amid widespread cuts to education budgets across Spain that has led to regular protests in the streets by teachers. Doctors in debt-laden Catalonia, have also been called out on strike in recent weeks, angry at health budget cuts that have left public hospitals overstretched. So here we have public sector unions fighting with the government. The people are screwed. This is the kind of society that Obama wants to impose on us. Massive, powerful public sector unions, massive, powerful government, all leeching the life out of the private sector and fighting over toilet paper. I can see it now. What a country. Spain's autonomous regions have been forced by the central government to reduce their spending to help meet the nation's budget deficit reduction targets. Fresh austerity cuts are expected under the Conservative Popular Party, which ousted the Socialist to win an absolute majority on November 20, and whose leader will be sworn in as Prime Minister on December 22. So there we have it. Fairness and equality in Spain and toilet paper shortages. And you want to know why? You want to know why? Because Obama's fairness, Spain's fairness, Italy's fairness, fairness of the socialist world isn't fair at all. It's destructive. When the private sector contracts and gets smaller and smaller and smaller, you have less toilet paper. I'm just making a point. Yes, you do. And yet it's a fair society. Everybody's almost equal. Now, they're equal in misery, but they're almost equal.